What's going on, YouTube? Claykeysult back again with another Final Fantasy Brave Exvius banner review. This time we're getting back to Final Fantasy, and it's Final Fantasy 2. So let's find out if you guys should be wasting your lapis or your tickets on this banner, if you should not be. Alright, so Guy is our first unit coming in here, coming in at 3-star base, going up to 5-star base, meaning he's going to be pretty easy to pull. Guy is a tank unit. Guy is an all-around. We'll talk about Guy in a minute. Let's talk about his TM, Hill Digger. That is going to be a meta tier, TM, and I know I've been saying meta tier a lot, but these are actually kind of best in slot for a lot of people, man. The attack 10% plus HP 30% makes it better than Amaranth's 30% before, HP 30% TM before, because you do get the added attack 10%. This is going to be good on tanks, for example, like Snow, if you want to use him as a tank. He does pack quite a punch, and the attack 10% will help him. Also, Warrior of Light is getting the 6-star upgrade soon. Warrior of Light has a lot of breaks, which will be doing some physical damage, and the attack 10% added up with the HP 30% will allow them to do some more damage. So definitely a TM you want to get your hands on. So now let's talk about Guy as a unit. Let's look at the pros. First off, Guy can just kill Bowser easily. He doesn't have to jump on the axe like Mario does. Guy has the axe. He chops down the bridge, Bowser falls down, game over. Would crush a game of Mario, Guy would. Next up, you know, if you have a jar open and you can't really get it open, if you look at Guy, he's beefy as heck. He can open that pickle jar for you, that jelly jar for you in an instant. So if you get him, you're going to be good to go. You know what? Another thing is, Guy loves animals. So if you need somebody to go out on a, a little adventure with your grandma, feed the ducks, feed the birds at the park, Guy's got your back. That's what he's going to do for you. Now, there are some, some negatives, some cons going on here with Guy. One of them being is he can't really fit into tiny cars. I mean, if you want to take Guy and your grandma out to go to the park, he's pretty buff, man. He's pretty big. He's not going to be able to fit in that car. So you're going to have to get like a bus, maybe even a truck, and have him sit in the back to be able to tote this guy around. I didn't write it here, but another bad thing about him is it's a lot of protein to keep up those muscles. So when you do pull Guy, make sure you have all the proteins, the chickens, the salmon, the steak in your fridge, because it's going to take a lot to keep him up. Now, yes, that was all satire and that was a joke. Guy as a unit is actually pretty damn terrible. He does have full break and he is a tank, but he's not tanky enough to be a real tank right now. And moving forward, for sure not. He does have full break, but guys, it's over. Like, saying that a unit might be okay because they have full break isn't true anymore, because Rain is our full break user. Now, you guys might like Guy and may want to use him for his full break, and I completely understand that and respect that. But in the essence of, like, is a unit good? Nah, because Rain's got it. So let's talk about his ranking. Without any further ado, his ranking is Saban's bicep, bro. That's right. Saban's out suplexing trains, and then you got your boy Guy's out suplexing PETA's, enemies. They're working out in the gym. They're fist bumping it. They're really good. And overall, Guy's just a really bad FFBE unit. Oh, Leon, what you could have been. Leon comes in at 4-star base, going up to 5-star base. And I know a lot of people out there are like, hey, shouldn't he go up to 6-star? That's how we've been seeing it. I do believe in the Japanese version of the game, this banner originally had Marie on it. So I think Marie took that other place of another 6-star unit. And then here we don't have it because she was on the Valentine's Day banner we just had. So that's why Leon doesn't get the 6-star treatment here. He has a physical damage dealer with the TM Dark Knight Soul. Super meta tier TM right now, guys. Amazing TM. Attack 30% when wielding a sword. Plus, if you're wielding or not wielding, but if you're equipped with heavy armor, you're getting 20% more attack too. Gilgamesh, looking at you. Lunith, anybody like that who has sword mastery, this is going to be great on you, because not only are you proccing your sword mastery on the character, Leon has sword mastery, you are also proccing this new TM. Now, the problem I have with this is I am unsure if it stacks. It didn't stack in JP, but Global's been weird before and things have stacked. I have looked at the tooltip. It does not say unstackable like Blade Mastery does, or let's say a Double Hand does, but it also says that the tooltip actually reads if you have heavy armor on 30%, or if you have heavy armor on 20%. So the tooltip's all janked up anyway, so we don't know. We'll have to wait for somebody to actually test it out and see. So let's look at the pros of Leon here. Like I said before, has sword mastery, so it's going to go great with his TM, and we do have a pretty good swords and global right now, so that's going to be good for you. Has the ability Barrage, which is still a high single target physical damage dealing ability, which you guys should like. And then he has this cool ability that does 2 AoE 3.2 times physical attacks, which is pretty nice. So that's going to be able to, he's got an AoE with him too, which is cool. The cons are he is just a 5-star unit. He doesn't go up any higher. His attack isn't going to be that great. He doesn't have a lot of abilities going for him. He's kind of like a boring character in my opinion, although he does look really great. So without further ado, what is his ranking? Does his TM stack? That's the ranking I'm giving him. That's what a lot of people are talking about Leon. They're not actually talking about Leon as the unit. They're just asking about his TM. So does his TM stack? Well, I don't know. We'll find out. Overall, he's not a very good physical damage dealer, sadly. 5-star restrictions are cutting him down. Oh yeah, it's time, baby. It's time to talk about the boss. It's time to talk about Furion. 3-star base, just got a 6-star upgrade, guys. Physical damage dealer, and he is a boss. Axenberg, I'm looking at you, baby. His TM is equipped heavy armor, and I'm gonna give that a low tier, you know, low tier grade. There's not a lot of people out there that you actually want to put this on and then equipped heavy armor. You can do that for your supports. Perhaps when you want to run Ramza, because he's only going to be singing, you want to make him as tanky as possible. Perhaps Tillith too. Tillith isn't going to need all that spirit, so you can put that on, put a heavy armor on, put equipped shield on perhaps from Charlotte, and then just, you know, make them as tanky as crap so they don't die anymore. So that's pretty cool. But it's still low tier because I don't really see you guys farming it anytime soon, or at all maybe. But let's talk about Furion, baby. Let's talk about why he's so good. First off, he has many killer abilities. You can't even count them all. There's so many. On top of that, they get buffed up. Some of them do get buffed up. One of the things I like about Furion for free-to-play, we're going to talk about free-to-play here, I think he's a free-to-play badass, is that he can equip everything. Everything but a heavy armor, man. You can throw anything on him. Like I said in my one thing, Home Depot's got everything you need for Furion, baby. So he really helps you if you have equipment restrictions. Okay, he has a really nice single target hitting ability, on top of the fact that his stacking killer abilities make him insane. You know, and soon enhancements are coming, and I don't normally talk about enhancements, but Furion is one of those units that is a 3-star base. They got a 6-star upgrade, and they got enhancements to make him godlike. He sits atop the rankings. Now, he's slowly moving down with all others getting enhancements, but that just means he's really good in the power creep setting in. So he'll be really strong there. One of the things I like about him, though, is if, let's say, for example, you have to fight a dragon as a free-to-play player, maybe the two-headed dragon. You have his passive, right? And then you have his killer ability for Dragon Killer. Then it's kind of upgraded with the 75%. Then you can actually farm the Dragon Killer TM from friend units, which everybody can do. You just have to use friend unit points. And then you put that on him. He's going to be smacking that dragon so hard, you're not even going to believe how much damage he can put out. Now, there has to be some cons to Furion, I know. He shines, but he really shines with certain enemies that his killer, you know, passives can proc on. Not to say he's bad outside of that, but he's just not as OP and as strong as he wants to be. And another con is, he might just be too cool for you. Maybe you can't handle all his coolness. Kappa. Alright, that's a joke, but still, he is that awesome. Without further ado, what is Furion's ranking? Free-to-play hero we deserve. That's right, he's coming out of the box, and he's ready for you guys to play with him. If you need a physical damage dealer, hell, I might even run him on my team full of 5-star bases, man, because he's so amazing at what he does. It's Emperor! That's right, Emperor's here, 5-star base going up to 6-star, is a mage, and he's the 5-star, you know, chase pool of the banner. TM is going to be called Matusa's Malice. I hope I'm saying that right. Matusa's Malice. I think that Matusa's his name. Matusa's his name. I'm probably butchering that name, guys. You know already that I suck. But that's all right, because it's a meta tier TM. That's right. It even got buffed up from the Japanese version without them telling us, really. Like, it didn't say, like, a global exclusive buff. This rod is insane. It's going to give you some HP percent on it, and it has 129 magic, which I don't even know what the Japanese version had, but it has a lot more magic than that version, so it's our best in slot rod now, and I mark my words, if this gets replaced by something else, you could slap me in the face. This should be the best in slot rod for a while. Alright, I hope. I mean, the rods keep replacing rods, but this thing is a badass thing. If you guys get it, definitely farm it up. It's amazing. It'll be best in slot for all your mages out there. And with the buff, it's kind of making me think they're trying to make mages good again. So, or good in general. So, to make sure you guys put them on your team. So, that seems like something they're doing because, again, it was buffed from JP to Global to have more magic on it. So, it might be a move in the direction there. Let's talk about the pros of Emperor real quick. He has a fire magic skill that stacks up. And unlike, you know, Dark Fina, this thing can stack up to monster damage. After 4 turns, you're doing so much damage with this move. He's out damaging everyone. He's doing mad damage. But again, if they're fire resistant or, for example, you can't stack it up, you can't use that ability, you get petrified, you get confused, it breaks the chain. He's just, that ability is going to be kind of bad at first, but it's still okay, right? Fire chaining, it can still work out, baby. He does have dual black magic cast, which is great because that means he can double cast all of his black magic spells that he needs to chain with. He has MP recovery, which is always nice, going to help you guys in those long fights. He can self-buff himself, but there are some cons here. We'll talk about it in his cons. Starfall is an ability, and Starfall right here, Starfall is like, you know, X-Death's Meteor or Dark Fiend's Ultima. However, it is an ability. It's not a black magic cast, so he can't dual black magic cast it, which is kind of bad, right? Like, you know, I don't know why they did that. Maybe because he has that monster of fire magic, or maybe Starfall for some reason is supposed to be an ability from Final Fantasy 2. But I think they should have made that a magic skill. That's just me. That's definitely a con there. He has to build up his damage to match the others, and I don't know, he's kind of affected by fire resist, which is bad. And then also, he debuffs his team to buff himself. He is the Emperor. He is a bad guy. So his peons, his peasants are going to have to bow down to him while he strikes up and does massive damage. So overall, I think that he's a great unit, and his ranking comes out to be Voldemort's evil twin. That's right, he's casting spells, he's killing people, he's making everybody bow down to his greatness. He is a great mage. However, I'm going to actually put him below Exdeath and Dark Fina, and here's my reasoning. You know, Exdeath is a 3-star base that right out of the box is pretty strong, and you would have to pull for a 5-star base unit to make Emperor great. Emperor will get some enhancements in the future that make him pretty good, but if Exdeath also is finding something with his killer abilities proccing, Exdeath's probably good. Dark Fina definitely better, for sure better than Emperor, in my opinion. I know a lot of you guys out there like Emperor, but this is just my opinion, guys. I have to think to myself, you know, for the general populace of this game, are you guys, like, if you guys have Exdeath, is it worth it to pull this 5-star unit? And Emperor just isn't that big of an upgrade to Exdeath to make you guys waste all your tickets to get him. Now, is that Rod awesome? Yes. Is Emperor an awesome mage? Yes. But he's just not that much better than Exdeath. So that's everything. Let's wrap it up. Should you guys be pulling on this banner? I'll go with a hard maybe. And here's why. I'll give you some scenarios when you should. You have Furion? No? Summon. Do you really want to, do you run TMs? Do you min and max? Do you want Leon's TM and, you know, Guy's TM? Then yeah, summon. For just Emperor, I don't think he's that big of an upgrade for you guys in the mage category. If you guys are min-maxers, summon all the time on every banner, this is still a really great banner. I mean, you get Emperor's TM best in slot. Leon's TM is going to be really good. And then Guy's TM is best in slot for tanks when we're talking about material-wise. And then Furion is just an awesome unit. So I think it's a hard maybe. You're going to have to think to yourself, is this worth pulling on? Are these upgrades to these TMs are something I'm going to farm? Is Furion going to fit on my team? Which I say yes to everyone. He's a badass, especially with his enhancements coming out. He's going to be a beast. And overall, like, are you farming all these TMs? Is that important to you? And that's why I'm going to say on this banner, so that's it. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below how you feel on this banner, and if you think it's a pull-worthy banner, and subscribe for future content. We'll catch you guys later.